During the set, you attempt a backflip, land on your face, get up, and keep performing. The video goes viral. The crowd loves it. Critics call it your most successful live performance to date. You are 20 years old, and you are untouchable. Then comes the night of April 22nd, 2025. You and Celeste get into a lengthy argument over text. The messages reveal her jealousy over your relationships with other women. You led her to believe you had a future together. She is now 14. She is angry. She becomes extremely upset and threatens to disclose damaging information about your relationship, to end your career and destroy your life. Your debut album drops in 3 days. Everything you've built, the record deal, the tours, the millions of streams, the Fortnite anthem, the platinum plaques on the wall, hangs by a thread held in the hands of a 14-year-old girl. The next evening, April 23rd, 2025, at approximately 8:40 p.m., you send an Uber to Lake Elsinore to pick Celeste up. You text with her during the ride. The driver drops her off at your Hollywood Hills home around 10 p.m. According to prosecutors, you kill her very soon after she arrives. You stab her multiple times with a sharp instrument, 2 penetrating wounds to the torso, 1 to the upper abdomen that pierces her liver, another to the left chest that damages her ribs. You stand by while she bleeds out. You do not call 911. You do not call law enforcement. You do not take her to an emergency room. You do not attempt to save her life. At approximately 10:30 p.m., you send text messages to Celeste's phone. She is already dead. Prosecutors describe this as part of your premeditated plan to cover up the murder. You leave the house at 11:30 p.m. You text and call her phone again, asking where she is. Calculated, planned, setting up your defense. That night, you drive to an isolated area near Lake Cachuma in Santa Barbara County. Prosecutors believe you go there to dispose of her property. You return home the next morning, April 24th, in time to attend a scheduled radio interview. That same day, you order a shovel from Home Depot. It arrives via Postmates to your Hollywood Hills address. Meanwhile, the album drops. You post excited messages on social media. It opens at number 13 on the Billboard 200. Reviews are positive. The tour kicks off. You play shows across the country. You're selling out venues, doing press, meeting fans. The album is streaming in the millions. Over the next 2 weeks, you order 2 chainsaws from Amazon, a body bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, a blue inflatable pool, all purchased under a fake name, Victoria Mendez, but delivered to your home. According to prosecutors, you set up the inflatable pool in your garage. You use the chainsaws to tear Celeste's body inside it. You amputate her left ring and pinky fingers. The ring finger has a tattoo of your name on it. Those fingers have never been recovered. You place what remains of her into 2 bags and stow them in the front trunk of your black Tesla. In January 2026, a Caltrans worker will find Celeste's U.S. passport card in Santa Barbara County, the same isolated area you visited 3 times. On July 7th, you order a burn cage under the same fake name, Victoria Mendez. Prosecutors say it's part of your plan to incinerate evidence. On July 29th, surveillance video shows you driving the Tesla for the last time. You park it around the corner from your rental house. You leave it there. Friends you visit notice a strong smell of decay. You lie to them about its source. You leave for a concert tour. On September 7th, 2025, the day after what would have been Celeste's 15th birthday, the car is impounded and towed to a lot in Hollywood. An employee at the tow yard notices a foul smell coming from the vehicle. Police are called. They open the trunk to find a black bag containing a decomposed head and torso. A second bag contains additional body parts. The severity of the decomposition is so advanced it delays the medical examiner's ability to determine eye color. An updated death certificate will later note it is unclear whether Celeste was pregnant in the year before she died. 2 days later, the tour continues. You stand on stage in front of hundreds of people and sing songs about love and heartbreak, while, back in Los Angeles, investigators are processing the remains of a girl whose name once appeared in an unreleased demo connected to you. The identification comes. Dental records confirm it. The body is Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The news breaks and everything collapses. When investigators search your garage, blood samples found on the floor match Celeste's unique genetic profile. The inflatable pool is recovered with multiple linear cuts across its surface. Small blue plastic fragments are found embedded in Celeste's remains. An LAPD forensic expert makes a physical fit match from the fragments to the pool. The remainder of the world tour is canceled immediately. The label halts all promotional activity. Artists who once worked with you begin removing collaborations from streaming platforms. Some publicly distance themselves, others do it quietly. One by one, anything connected to your name starts disappearing. Companies erase your music from their products. Refunds are issued to fans who bought digital items tied to your work. But no arrest comes. Not yet. The investigation moves slowly. The decomposition of Celeste's remains has degraded crucial evidence. The case involves sensitive allegations regarding a minor. Authorities convene a grand jury. Your parents are summoned to appear before it in early 2026. Your manager is also called to testify and questioned about your movements and how the situation was handled. The grand jury investigates for months, but ultimately, no indictment is handed down. Prosecutors decide to move forward through a criminal complaint instead. The months stretch. Public pressure builds. Online, people dissect your lyrics, your music videos, your Discord logs. They note that the video for Romantic Homicide features imagery of a bloodied woman and a blindfolded figure. They note that the video for One More Dance depicts a person being stuffed into a car trunk. On April 16, 2026, LAPD officers arrive at a house on Marmont Avenue. They arrest you on suspicion of murder. You are 21 years old. 4 days later, you appear in court in Los Angeles. You are wearing an orange jumpsuit. You are slumped in your chair. Prosecutors formally charge you with the most serious allegations yet, including first-degree murder, continuous of a child under 14, and mutilation of human remains. Allegations that make you eligible for the death penalty. Prosecutors claim the killing was tied to protecting your career, that Celeste was threatening. You plead not guilty to every charge. Bail is denied. 3 days later, at another hearing, prosecutors reveal what they claim was found on your devices. They tell the court there is a significant amount of illegal material involving minors linked to your phone and cloud accounts. The prosecution has amassed over 40 terabytes of digital evidence, a volume so large that they are still working to transfer it onto drives for your defense team. Your attorneys maintain your innocence. They state that the actual evidence will show you did not kill her and were not the cause of her death. They promise to fight the case aggressively. The judge schedules the preliminary evidentiary hearing for early May 2026. YouTube demonetizes your account. Calls grow for streaming platforms to remove your music entirely. The industry that built you up in 3 years dismantles every trace of you in 3 weeks. And back in the quiet neighborhood where Celeste once lived, a small memorial remains. Flowers, candles, stuffed toys. Someone nearby tends to it every day, refusing to let the story reduce her to a label or a headline. To them, she is not just a missing child, not just a victim, not just a name in a case file. She is a daughter, a sister, a friend, a young girl who is still trying to understand life and never got the chance to grow up. Her family releases a statement through their attorney. Celeste was a beautiful, strong girl who loved to sing and dance. We love her very much, and she always told us that she loved us. We miss her deeply. All we want is justice for Celeste. You sit in the Los Angeles County Men's Jail without bail. The judge asks if you agree to a date. You mumble, yeah. Your defense team shuffles papers. The prosecutors have 40 terabytes of your life in their hands. The preliminary hearing is days away. The closet in Houston where you recorded romantic homicide on an iPhone feels like it belongs to someone else's story now. The Fortnite montages, the TikTok snippets, the platinum certifications, the festival stage, the world tour, all of it sits on the other side of a line you can never uncross. The music is still on streaming platforms. The streams still tick upward. The algorithm doesn't know what you did. It just knows the numbers. But the numbers don't matter anymore. Nothing outside these walls matters anymore. The only number that matters now is the one the jury will eventually reach, and whether it lets you leave this building or keeps you here for the rest of your life. The district attorney hasn't decided yet whether to seek the death penalty. That decision is still ahead. The story of David, the Fortnite kid, the bedroom pop sensation, the overnight success, is over. The story of David Anthony Burke, defendant, inmate number on a booking sheet, the man in the orange jumpsuit who mumbles, yeah, when the judge speaks to him, that story is just beginning.